Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SoCal Pro Wrestling! And welcome to No Love Lost, just one day removed from Valentine's Day. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very happy that you are all sharing your love here with us tonight in Vista, although some people may be sharing just a little bit more than love. But let's go ahead and say we kick things off with a bang with the opening contest, which is for the SoCal Pro Golden State Championship!
What's up, my dudes, lady dudes, and NB dudes? Thank you so much for joining us at SoCal Pro Wrestling No Love Lost February in Vista, California. Making his way to the ring is Chris Nasty, making his first challenge for the SoCal Pro Golden State Champion. Already setting the world on fire every time he enters SoCal Pro Wrestling. And bursting with confidence. And confidence is something that he's gonna need when he faces our Golden State champion, Joey Lancaster, the former Inferno Dragon. And I say former, lots of former things about Joey Lancaster, including a former great attitude and love from the fans, but times change and so do our champions. Joey Lancaster, with a face only a mother could punch, walking his way to the ring, used to be a fan favorite, and has since turned his back on the fans, turned his back on the mask, turned his back on everything except victory, it appears. Because while he's got one sour expression, the gold around his waist you cannot argue with.
Introducing first, the challenger from La Habra, California, weighing in at 98 kilos, the Lucha scumbag, Chris Nasty! And his opponent, from parts unknown, this is...
Oh, here we go. Well, we've seen this before, and it looks like Joey Lancaster's prepared his own speech for Andy, our ring announcer, Andy, to read. And they seem to get longer and longer each month, so let's see the novel that Joey Lancaster has written today. Joey Lancaster definitely works on his own time. His entrance music is evidence of that.
It is my pleasure to introduce to you, he holds a perfect, never been pinned, never submitted record. He even beat the man with the longest reigning Golden State Championship reign and the man with the longest heavyweight championship reign on the same freaking night. The man standing to my left is the 2024 Breakout Star of the Year. He is the biggest, most valuable piece of treasure in the world and the grand jewel in professional wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the champion's corner, the men with the aura and your SoCal Pro Golden State Champion, Joey Lancaster!
Well, far be it from me to say that Joey Lancaster would ever let anything go to his head, but it does seem like that Golden State Championship has inflated the ego to blimp Goodyear-sized proportions. As we kick things off with a bang with the Golden State Championship defense here at SoCal Pro. No love lost. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. As I'm joined by our esteemed ring announcer, Andy, and we get the show underway.
Getting the show underway, indeed. The bell is sounded. We are off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to No Love Lost here in Vista. It is a pleasure to have you all here with us once again at SoCal Pro.
And it's a pleasure to be joined by you, Andy. Always a pleasure, except when, well, Joey Lancaster doesn't look like anything is a pleasure to him with that sour mug.
I will say that my job is a lot more difficult when Joey Lancaster is in the building. For some reason, he has to have a grandiose, amazing 5-minute entrance. It's exhausting. I think I've already expended all of my energy here tonight.
Well, don't worry. There's plenty of energy to go around with everything that we've got this evening.
Nice go behind, starting off with Joey Lancaster with the less seasoned, albeit very good wrestling opponent of Chris Nasty. Into the head scissors goes Chris Nasty. Joey Lancaster again showing that attitude about never really even going out of breath. This man is absolute amazing conditioning and all respect to him, but he could definitely use a little bit of an attitude adjustment, if you know what I mean.
Some could argue that the attitude adjustment has already happened. Inferno Dragon, well, excuse me, the former Inferno Dragon was a fan favorite until he turned his back on the fans, turned his back on the mask, and has now adopted this brand new composure.
Yeah, composure. That's one way to look at it for sure. Right back to the headlock is Lancaster. Smartening up, not wanting to expel any energy here tonight. Obviously, Chris Nasty is a formidable opponent. Oh, that was nasty. When you talk about nasty, that was absolute nasty. That was a cheap shot uppercut, and look at how proud this man is of that. Absolutely disgusting here tonight.
Well, he does call himself the crown jewel in professional wrestling, and few can argue with the results that this man has had. As you read from his handwritten note, single leg takedown, from his handwritten note and introduction, he did dethrone the longest reigning Golden State Champion. And not many people can say that they beat the longest reigning Golden State Champion.
Again, all props to the world as Chris Nasty now is getting a tremendous amount of attention from this audience. This packed house tonight in Vista. Again, all due respect to the man who has dethroned the longest reigning Golden State Champion and the longest reigning heavyweight champion, apparently. I'm surprised he doesn't have a carpal tunnel ever. Oh my goodness, big back body drop over how much he has to write just for his introduction. At the very least, he must be going through 2 or 3 pens a week, this guy. The crowd is clapping. What are we gonna see here? Is Chris Nasty gonna go out and over? Hitting the ropes, coming out there. Big fake out, big back roll. And Chris Nasty again with the love and admiration of this capacity crowd here tonight in Vista.
You know, few men can rival the self-confidence of Joey Lancaster, but I think Chris Nasty absolutely can, but in a different way. These fans are really getting behind Chris Nasty, and, and it's not hard to understand why.
Yeah, Chris Nasty definitely a fan favorite here is Joey Lancaster. I have no doubt in my mind that man stored that water there before. Wow. Absolute disgusting. This guy is insane. You know what I mean? Like, I understand not needing the crowd, but to literally and purposely antagonize them is absolutely insane.
You know, he might have stored water under the ring, but I think Chris Nasty steals his talent in that mustache.
And what a beautiful mustache it is. As Joey Lancaster ascends to the top rope, what are we going to see here? Knee to the face, down goes Chris Nasty, and he'll be feeling that in the morning.
Glorious mustache, but I've heard...
Nice modified belly to back with the cover now. 1, 2, only a count of 2. Again, Chris Nasty is definitely not the more experienced of the two, but you got to figure he is 100% very experienced in that ring, and you're not going to put him away so early in the match.
It's not
Big boots, oh my gosh.
It's not just experience, it's the ingenuity that Chris Nasty brings. The offense, the ingenuity of the offense, you never know what angle Chris Nasty's gonna come at you.
100% true with that, I will admit that. As Joey Lancaster again pandering to this crowd. Oh my gosh, it's sickening in a sense. It's gross. This whole thing is gross. And the man who was the man with the aura, as he calls himself, is feeling the need to choke Chris Nasty on the second rope there. Going back to the ropes, what we're going to see here. Out he goes. A slap to the face, insult to injury.
Caught Chris Nasty right on the jaw. And catching nothing but boos from this packed house here in Vista.
No love lost is appropriate for this show, 100%. Back goes to the much of the demise. Reversal, in he goes, knee to the face, up goes Chris Nasty onto the second rope, trying to get this crowd behind him. Sweep up, oh, right on the back, perhaps even the upper neck area is Chris Nasty. That has got to hurt.
And you know, going up off of the mat is dangerous anytime you do it, even if it's just the middle rope. I normally say high risk, high reward. Middle rope, medium risk, medium reward.
Medium reward. The road wasn't as good as it could have been. As Joey Lancaster now planning his next move. Again, very methodical is this young man. Stomp to the face. What are you going to call it? You know what I mean? There's only so much wrestling knowledge that a commentator has. A stomp to the face, a stomp at the face. This man is not like your typical wrestler. Is not like your typical opponent here. Joey Lancaster is very unique in his own right. Big suplex there. Down goes Chris Nasty into the cover. 1, 2, and another kick out by Chris Nasty.
Joey Lancaster has done an amazing job switching up his styles. He used to be high flying. He used to be, well, some would say pandering to the crowd, but he used to be a crowd favorite, and now he's really switched up his style to allow himself to control and dictate the speed of the match to better fit a championship defense.
Goes to the big super kick by Chris Nasty. Down goes both men.
Hard to dictate the speed of the match when you catch a boot to the face, though.
Joey Lancaster now down, a little bit dizzy. It's noticeable to mention also that Joey Lancaster's undefeated streak ended just last month here in Vista, which is why he has modified his beautiful introduction that I was so graced to be reading to everybody this evening. He is now undefeated in the sense that he has never been pinned and he has never submitted. However, he does have a loss to a count out, but I'm sure he won't want to mention that part.
Oh, yeah. I wrote it in my notes. You weren't supposed to mention that.
Oh, gotcha. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. A little bit late on you, but that's okay. We'll get you there. Big reversal there. In goes Chris Nasty to the buckle. Out, nobody's home. Joey Lancaster, big face, and a boot to the face. Up goes Chris Nasty. Up to the top rope again. Are we going to see this ascension? And if he hits this, it could be over.
That high risk, high reward!
We might be seeing a new Golden State champion here.
A huge crossbody from the top rope will definitely do that, my dude. That's that ingenuity that I was talking about of Chris Nasty.
1, 2, only a count of 2 as Joey Lancaster comes mere milliseconds away from losing that Golden State championship here to the Lucha scumbag.
And that can really get in your head when you're riding high and you're controlling the match, and then you find yourself on your back looking up at the ceiling and hearing the referee count. It can really get in your head. Let's see if it's shaken up. Joey Lancaster.
And if that doesn't shake him up, the crowd sure will, as they are 100% Chris Nasty tonight. Going for that big back elbow, but no, caught by Lancaster. Elbow there to Lancaster. Shot up in the ropes, reversal. Kitchen sink, all down to the gut. That might even been a little bit of a low blow to Chris Nasty. Lancaster hits it, and that could be it. This could be over. As much as I hate to say it.
1, 2.
Unbelievable.
I was fully prepared to say 3 there. Joey
Nasty.
Lancaster driving Chris Nasty's face into the mat.
Unbelievable job by Chris Nasty. He's hanging in there. The man has the heart of a lion. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually took the Golden State Championship with him tonight. But again, it's SoCal Pro. Anything could possibly happen here, and such a tumultuous wrestler like Joey Lancaster, as we see this aura is kind of fading away to reveal this real gross, nasty character, pardon the pun.
I just got that. And Joey Lancaster just got kicks in trio.
Lancaster back out, rolling back to the outside. This could be very reminiscent of what happened last month when this young man got counted out. And if you know anything about Joey Lancaster, it would not surprise you if this man was literally there on purpose. But look out, here comes Chris Nasty, out to the outside.
Air Nasty!
The admiration of this crowd, amazing dive to the outside as we see our fine feathered guest here tonight. There's a big bird in this building.
But this one's not yellow, he's decked out in blue and orange. That's Gulliver from the Gulls hockey team here
Never
in
been so
Southern
close to a
California.
celebrity.
You sit next to me, dude.
Oh, that's true. But we're I desensitized. Perhaps going for that suplex. Up goes, boom, and that cutter, he got him that time. This could very well be it. New Golden State champion, 1, 2. Only a count of 2 3/4. Oh my goodness. And listen to this crowd. They are not happy with that decision.
And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. That means that Joey Lancaster still has an opportunity to walk out with the SoCal Pro Golden State Championship. But at the same time, I'm stoked because that means this match is still going, my dude.
This match was absolutely full of surprises. Again, this is still only the first night. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not here, you are missing out. However, thank you so much to all of you streaming live here and watching afterwards here on YouTube. We are very happy to have you here as we still have an amazing night to go. But setting him up maybe for the electric chair as Elbows catches the foreheads of Chris Nasty. Perhaps going for that bomb. No, back to the corner. Chris Nasty now back in control, shooting him off to the buckle. Reversal there. Almost hitting the referee.
Watch out, my ref, dude.
Oh, he caught him there. 1, 2.
Only 2. And that's that danger of going up the ropes. It can turn on you in an instant, especially when you're against an opponent with, well, the aura of Joey Lancaster and that pure wrestling know-how that he has.
Oh, speaking of know-how, oh my goodness. It does not stop you from making mistakes, that is for sure. As we see a very quick belly to back. Chris Nasty once again getting the support from this capacity crowd. Is that gonna help him here? Back up goes Lancaster on the shoulders of Chris Nasty. Oh no!
Big roll up, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Unbelievable.
Pin after pin after pin. And
Chris Nasty keeps escaping that. Oh no. You saw it, I saw it, everybody saw it except for the person that really mattered. The referee didn't see it. And yep, what a surprise. This is the end here. Why am I even surprised anymore? This is exactly what this man does.
1, 2.
Unbelievable.
Here's your winner, and still SoCal Pro Golden State Champion, Joey Lancaster.
once again, bogus tactics from our Golden State champion, Joey Lancaster. I guess I should say, and still Golden State champion, Joey Lancaster. Once again, we'll take another look here. The ref blocked into the corner. Joey Lancaster raising that foot, and I'm sure that he'll say it was an accident, but I think we all know that I think Joey Lancaster is going to do anything it takes to walk out with that title. Bogus tactics can't tarnish the grand jewel of professional wrestling, the man with the aura, Joey Lancaster, still SoCal Pro Golden State champion.
Before I move on, I want to spend a very special welcome to our very special guest. The San Diego Gulls are with us this evening. That's right, the San Diego Gulls and SoCal Pro have joined forces tonight and will once again team up for the rematch on March 29th. Make sure you come out and watch the San Diego Gulls come for the wrestling, stay for the action inside the arena. Are you ready for the following contest scheduled for one fall?
Making their way to the ring,
Introducing first,
the Shady Boys.
The shadiest part of town, Ty Williams, Red Williams, no relation, the Shady Boys!
Whoa! That's not how you treat a guest, dude. The San Diego Gulls and Gulliver already mixing it up here on their very first team up with SoCal Pro here in Vista, California. And the Shady Boys strutting around SoCal Pro ring after laying hands on an esteemed guest. It's almost like their mama didn't raise them right. And raising me, oh, Shady, I get it. Okay. And Dos Calientes making it a party every time they enter a SoCal Pro arena. every time they enter the ring, getting the crowd behind them. And definitely been a bit of an attitude shift as Don Caliente's gotten a little more serious. And the Cabo, Gustavo Perez, has learned to loosen up a little bit more. Dos Calientes, always a fan favorite, always bringing the fiesta to a SoCal Pro ring.
It is a fiesta indeed. This party is continuing to grace us with its presence. No love lost here. However, there's a lot of love for Dos Caliente, Gustavo and Don Caliente. Very exciting to be back here at SoCal Pro.
You could almost say that they always get the love. There's no love lost.
I like that. Very, very good. Facing the ever so experienced Shady boys as Red Williams and Ty Williams team up again against Dos Caliente. The bell has sounded and we are underway, as I can only imagine that is Red Williams. I could be wrong.
That most certainly is Big Shady Red Williams.
Wow. A little bit of a dance move here. Oh, look at that. Oh, my goodness. And Red Williams is not much of a dancer, as you could imagine.
No, he's not much of a dancer, and you can tell it's Red Williams because he has a beard.
I'm surprised you didn't go to journalist school. This is amazing stuff right here. As Red Williams is very excited to be here for this capacity crowd.
I did go to school. They said they couldn't teach me. I knew everything already.
That's what it is. It's very good. I get a sense of that as well. Don Caliente, very well done. Taking him down with a nice alita. Hitting up to the corner, charging in, up and over. And a nice arm drag there by Don Caliente. Tremendous amount of experience in the Lucha scene, bringing both styles here to SoCal Pro.
Red Williams definitely has the size advantage by at least a couple inches, but Don Caliente showing he's got the quickness and the speed to counteract that size difference.
Drop kick there, nice kip up by Don Caliente. As Red Williams now being consoled by Ty Williams. I'm not entirely sure what they're necessarily planning, but it seems that Red Williams is pretty frustrated right now. I can only imagine why.
Well, Dos Caliente definitely have a habit and a knack for getting under the skin of their opponents. It's kind of hard to get the crowd behind you when you're going up against Dos Caliente.
Very true, as Dos Caliente, definitely some fan favorites here at SoCal Pro. Got their start right here at SoCal Pro. Have been to a few different wrestling organizations, touring up and down Southern California. Very popular. We're now pointing at Gustavo Perez, who seems very interested in coming in and perhaps taking over. There is the tag. In comes Gustavo.
The Don tags the Cabo.
Nice drop kick there. And another one. No, missing out with that one. Swift with a nice point to the brain saying, I am smarter than you, but we'll see how smart he is. There he goes, another arm drag for his troubles. Charging into the buckle, big back elbow. Coming back out, perhaps a bulldog here. No, we got a tag into Don Caliente. Back in he goes. Double snapmare. Again, doing things to get under the skin of their opponents is Don Caliente. Ty Williams comes in, gets shot out for his troubles.
Gustavo Perez has that soccer background, football background, excuse me. Those kicks definitely feel way worse coming from a dude like Gustavo Perez.
Double suplex here. Down goes Red. He looks a little bit in pain. I'm surprised he hasn't tagged out just yet. He looks like a broken animatronic from Pirates of the Caribbean. And out goes Ty. Dos Caliente, again, that experience, these people that are coming in, they have literally faced champions before. They have tied it up with some of the best at SoCal Pro that has to offer. They're going to be very formidable opponents. Do not let their size fool you. They are very capable of getting the job done. Oh.
It's going to be hard to do any job, get any job done when your chest is caved in by a chop from Red Williams.
Getting the boot there of Gustavo Perez. And a nice little run, it goes down. Williams is down again. Maybe down with the cover. Definitely not gonna put him away that early, as Gustavo Perez is incredibly athletic, very capable of having that wrestling prowess. However, you're talking about a man who is at the very least 70 or 80 pounds, who is a senior. You're gonna need a whole lot more than that to put him away. Again, the Shady Boys, notorious for their dirty, disgusting tactics. And look, we see it here. And look, and that's exactly what I was talking about. You can almost set your watch by them. The Shady Boys, again, being very notorious for this type of disgusting behavior.
As if on cue, just as you were saying it, but we already saw a little bit of that when the Shady Boys laid hands on our special guest Gulliver from the San Diego Gulls.
There seems to be some sort of a tension between the Shady Boys and Gulliver. And I wouldn't put it, you know what I mean? Gulliver's a big dude. I wouldn't put it past him to maybe take care of something if he needs to take care of. I think they might be underestimating this. Only a count of 1.5 as a nice kick out. Met for the troubles with the leg job, maybe going back for that cover, very smart. 2.
The Shady Boys were telling me in the back that they think Gulliver has the brain the size of a bird, and I felt that was a little uncalled for.
I'm not entirely sure, you know, if they even know what that means, as the Shady Boys aren't necessarily known for their brain and their prowess. However, they are known for stuff like this, the disgusting act. Again, the Shady Boys, this is what they do. They come in, they cause a ruckus, they absolutely do not care about the rules, and they don't care who likes them. That's exactly how they work. That's exactly how they work, and that's why you must never underestimate these two young men, regardless of how disgusting they may be.
Yeah, you mentioned Dos Caliente, up and down California, traveling, getting in every wrestling promotion that they can, but the Shady Boys are no strangers to the scene either. They too have their experience traveling up and down Southern California as a team.
Oh, nice little, maybe you got a little bit of a second win there, but met for a knee to the gut for his troubles. Big stalling vertical suplex, down goes Gustavo.
And that'll drive the second wind right out of you.
Only a count of 2. Again, this is still anybody's match. Folks, thank you so much for coming here tonight. We still have so much action coming, including our main event of the evening, as former Golden State champion Fidel Bravo challenges our very own, the mighty Tortuga, in our special main event here tonight. I'm very surprised to see Fidel Bravo come up so quickly in the ranks here again.
I'm not surprised at all. Fidel Bravo has that experience. He has that allure. He has that know-how, and is no stranger to SoCal Pro either. Perhaps thinking that he deserves the title more than Tortuga.
And there's another man that definitely probably the wrestling style of the Shady Boys is Fidel Bravo. Both men down now, as it might be a race to see who can tag their partner first. As Don Caliente now handing on the mat, trying to get his partner over to save what could possibly be the end of this match.
And this is that tag team know-how. Both of these competitors, both of these teams know each other inside and out. And it's that bond, it's that connection that's going to be the X factor in deciding the winner this evening.
That X factor is in the hands right now of Don Caliente, hitting the ropes outside the Shady Boys. One after the other, big kip up. And this crowd is on fire in favor of Dos Caliente. Big neck breaker there. But met by Ty Williams coming in. Duck with the line, kick to the gut. into the ropes. Big Famouser, down he goes. This could be it here. 1, 2. Only a count of 2. Ladies and gentlemen, it is hot in this building. And I'm not talking about from all the love that's going around. Dos Caliente obviously has plenty of that. The Shady Boys, I'm not sure so much. But this action tonight is hot. You literally are sweating here watching this right now. The amazing action that we are seeing right now in this ring in front of us is like none other, and nobody does it quite like SoCal Pro. Red Williams now going onto the second rope after incapacitating. Big elbow from the top, or from the second rope there.
And that is a lot of bearded dude coming down on Don Caliente's chest.
Maybe celebrated too early there. Speaking of which, Ty Williams gets up the line, and down he goes. All 4 men. The carnage is presenting itself here in the ring in Vista.
Bodies strewn all over the ring, all over outside of the ring, they're everywhere. And you know, we've said it this evening, but apropos, there seems to be no love lost between either of these teams this evening as Don Caliente's gonna fly.
Caught up by the Shady Boys, trying to catch him, but to no avail as he waits. I'm not entirely sure what he's saying, but good for him.
He was saying something in Spanish.
And you got to figure that Gulliver is very excited about this whole thing going on. Seeing these 2 bodies of the Shady Boys, you can see him clapping over there.
Well, I absolutely know what team he's rooting for. As once again, the Shady Boys living up to their name and laying hands on our esteemed guest, Gulliver. And once again, thank you to the San Diego Gulls for their partnership here this evening.
Yeah, we will see another partnership March 20. What? Wait. Oh my goodness! No way did that just happen! Ladies and gentlemen.
What did I tell you, dude? I think Gulliver's already chosen his favorite for the evening.
A big drop kick there. Don't tell me this is how it ends. Absolutely amazing.
Some may call it controversial fashion, but I'm just gonna call it Seagull Justice. As once again we see here, Gulliver, you lay hands on Gulliver, and Gulliver's gonna lay a chair to your face, dude. Don Caliente and the Cabo Gustavo Perez living it up with the help of Gulliver from the San Diego Gulls. Sorry, Shady Boys, but that's what happens when you mess with the guests of SoCal Pro. And it looks like Ty Williams from the Shady Boys trying to plead his case, but the referee's having none of it.
There are a lot of professional wrestling organizations in Southern California, but nowhere, I repeat, nowhere, will you ever find a match where somebody gets hit in the chair with a 7-foot bird. You will never see it. It's never so Somebody take that kid's side. Introducing first, from Vista, California, weighing in at 189 pounds, Dynamite Pegasus!
Dynamite Pegasus getting a lot of love from the...
And here's your opponent from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 254 pounds, the Ass Machine, Mathias!
Get out of there, Andy, while you still have a chance. Mathias, since returning to SoCal Pro Wrestling, has been all business, and Dynamite Pegasus chopping the big dude. Oh my goodness! A big running spear caught Dynamite Pegasus right out of the air. And I guess that's how you ground a flighted horse. As Mathias, with evil intentions, since returning to SoCal Pro, just been on a rampage. 1, 2, 3, and it doesn't look like it's gonna end anytime soon. As my commentary partner, Andy, didn't even have a chance to get back to our booth, and Mathias is already, in dominant fashion, taking out Dynamite Pegasus. And Mathias, meaning all business since he got back to SoCal Pro, came back, and honestly, the ass-kicking machine is a moniker that fits Mathias very, very well, is in very short order, just like we saw last month. Take his opponent, line him up, and knock him down. At least the bell was able to ring this time, and introductions were in order, but it doesn't look like there's any slowing the ass-kicking machine, Mathias.
I just went to the bathroom. What happened?
Destruction's what happened.
Hey, nobody, nope, nope. Be careful, Dan, you're gonna kick mine. All right, folks, are you ready to keep things going? No love lost. Let's go ahead and get it going with the following contest scheduled for one fall.
And you want to talk about no love lost? Eddie ISLAS has lost a lot of love from the fans ever since this change.
Introducing first, weighing in at 192 pounds, from Lancaster, Mexico, Eddie ISLAS. Mexico, Morales, Mexico.
And Andy getting a Spanish lesson from Eddie Islas.
And his opponent from San Diego, California, weighing in at 190 pounds, the Radiant Sun, Jake Redondo!
Already the disrespect from Eddie Islas to Jake Redondo immediately. And this is just an example of the change we've seen in Eddie Islas over the past few months.
The bell has sounded. You know, I'm sorry, I didn't get a chance to come see the last match. Mathias, he ended it so quickly. I literally came back to the broadcast booth. The music was playing again. I had to go right back out there.
Mathias definitely been on a machine-like efficiency with his matches, ending them in such short order that barely introductions are out. But here in the ring, we've got the straight-edge devil, Eddie Islas, as he now, I think, is more appropriately called, and the Radiant Sun, Jake Redondo.
Play on words, as in the audience even we have the Radiant One, Jason Redondo, looking on as his son makes him proud. As Jake Redondo, wow, going a little bit dirty there, making fun of and even slapping the face of the straight-edge devil, Eddie Islas.
Jake Redondo just dishing out what he's receiving from Eddie Islas. Already the disrespect shown to Jake Redondo by Eddie Islas.
Nice arm drag there by the Radiant One. As Eddie Islas back in the corner. Charging in, up and over goes Jake Redondo. Going in for the shoulder, nabbed up. Onto the apron, or onto the rope, goes Eddie Islas. And coming back in is the Radiant One, or the Radiant Sun, excuse me. Jake Redondo is quickly becoming a fan favorite here at SoCal Pro.
Bears such resemblance to his dad, used his own nickname. Jake Redondo always looking like he's just floating, like gravity forgets him sometimes.
Very athletic is Jake Redondo. Let us not forget that Jake Redondo was the person responsible for ending the undefeated streak of Joey Lancaster. And that is probably one of multiple accomplishments that he will have here as he fares very well here at SoCal Pro.
Don't let Joey Lancaster hear you say that.
Well, I'm trusting that Joey Lancaster is probably too busy writing his next entrance, as we will be back here in March. And we know it's going to take him a little while to write it all. As down goes Jake Redondo. Of course, March date is over in the San Diego Sports Arena with the San Diego Gulls. You can see a lot of action with SoCal Pro. I'm trying to be able to get the job of announcing on the ice. I might be able to do that.
That's going to be really hard with all the hockey players playing around you.
Yeah, it would happen before, see.
Oh.
Before, yeah. It might even be this week. So I'll announce them, and then they'll come to the building in a couple days, and then they'll have a game, see.
Isn't that just loitering?
And Jake Redondo hitting the buckle. In goes Eddie Islas, big back elbow. Eddie Islas, the more experienced of the two, the more sinister of the two. Another person who has definitely changed his tune. Oh my goodness. As Eddie Islas, of course, just a few months ago, turning his back on the mighty Tortuga. And that slap left a lot.
And I've been on the receiving end of these chops from Eddie Islas, and now with this new attitude, it looks like he's holding nothing back. with those chops that were already vicious and he was already known for.
Eddie ISLAS now on the advantage. Chucking Jake Redondo out.
Unceremoniously dumping him out of the ring. And that just goes to show the disrespect that Eddie ISLAS has had and gained, not just for his opponent, but for the SoCal Pro fans, as you can hear them get behind Jake whenever he connects with a hit on Eddie ISLAS.
And of course the disdain when Eddie ISLAS returns the favor. And Eddie ISLAS back in control. More vicious chops onto Jake Redondo. This young man has a bright future ahead of him, and I will say possibly he's even picked, might be a fight that might be just a little bit too high caliber for him, as Eddie ISLAS, again, a former champion, a very decorated superstar here at SoCal Pro.
He's definitely shooting for the stars. Eddie ISLAS, don't forget, is a two-time Golden State champion in his own right.
Only accounted two as Jake Redondo kicks out, much to the chagrin of Eddie ISLAS. I think he said dos. I'm not sure what that means. Perhaps he's calling out the Caliente guys again.
Well, you did get a Spanish lesson during the introduction there.
Big headbutt, those horns meeting the brain of Jake Redondo, setting him back up. Perhaps we'll see now the snapmare elbow to the, perhaps the shoulder flex. Oh my goodness, and a big knee to the forehead. And again, Eddie ISLAS is not somebody who is shy to break a rule here or there.
And Eddie ISLAS not only shy to not break a rule, not shy to injure his opponent, as he's become so much more vicious over the past few months that he actually looks like, instead of trying to win the match, he's trying to hurt the other person.
Yeah, it appears that Eddie ISLAS might still be a little bit sour from the fact that he came up short last month with the mighty Tortuga. That could be it. It could be the fact that he has just given up on the fact of trying to be such a fan favorite. I'm not entirely sure what is going on with this young man, but I would dare to say that it's very unfortunate that he threw away all of this admiration so he can possibly get ahead.
Possibly get ahead, but you can't argue that since this change, this shift in attitude, Eddie ISLAS has definitely looked more dominant than ever before.
Kicking out just with a fraction to go for a 3 count at that big sideways slam as Eddie ISLAS, wow. As it was very typical for Eddie ISLAS in the past to throw out his bandana to supportive fans, now dropping it onto the apron as a sign of disrespect.
He didn't just drop it, but we're not gonna show an instant replay of that gesture.
Jake Redondo now coming back as Eddie ISLAS charges in to be met with the back elbow. Coming back in, catches the boot. The kangaroo drop kick, down goes Eddie ISLAS. Baseball slide, catches Eddie ISLAS, trips him up. And a big enziguri to the head of Eddie ISLAS. Looks a little bit dazed and confused. Can the Radiant Sun capitalize here as he goes for a big kick back? Perhaps down goes Eddie ISLAS.
Dazed and confused, but Matthew McConaughey can't help you here.
As Jake Redondo sizes Eddie ISLAS. Oh no, of course. And Eddie ISLAS again taking whatever way he could possibly go to get out. But up goes Jake Redondo down to the floor.
Jake Redondo only recently debuted to SoCal Pro Wrestling, but I think you can already call that vintage Jake Redondo, as we've seen him fly many a time here. And as he goes up to the top rope one more time, something big.
Big high cross body goes down. Jake Redondo back with the cover. 1, 2. Only a count of 2. Again, we talked about that tenacity of Eddie ISLAS. You're not going to put him away even with an impressive move such as a high cross body. You definitely need something a little bit more impactful there to put away this newfound devil image of Eddie ISLAS.
But sometimes it's not about winning. Sometimes those big moves that lead into pinfalls are all about turning the tides of momentum, just like Eddie ISLAS did now.
Beautiful cutter by Eddie ISLAS from out of nowhere. count of two, kicked out barely, Jake Redondo. As Jake Redondo can feel the victory of this match perhaps slipping between his fingers as Eddie ISLAS prepares for his next methodical move. What are we gonna see here?
I believe he calls this the near-death experience.
And near as it could possibly get without making contact. Jake Redondo countering that, going perhaps the suplex DDT here. And no, what is this now? Joey Lancaster's there. Why is Joey Lancaster here?
Why do you think, my dude? Just like last month.
Whoa! Oh my God!
Joey Lancaster sticking his nose where it doesn't belong.
Here is your winner, Eddie ISLAS!
Just like we mentioned last month, Jake Redondo broke Joey Lancaster's undefeated streak by countout, and it appears that Joey Lancaster has taken this personally and is now making it his mission to torment Jake Redondo. And oh my goodness. And Eddie ISLAS all too happy to capitalize on it with a brain buster in the middle of the ring. The shift that we've seen from Eddie ISLAS. And oh, look at this. Stepping away from Jake Redondo, feeding Joey Lancaster the scraps. And Jake's starting to fight back. Jake's not gonna take this laying down. But it appears the numbers game was too much. Big twisting slam from Joey Lancaster leaves Jake Redondo, well, albeit understandably, motionless in the center of the ring. Not much what you can do when you've got the odds stacked up against you. We need to get an official in here. Unofficial or Jason Redondo. Jason Redondo coming in to defend Jake Redondo, the Radiant One, defending the Radiant Sun. And sometimes even a legend is overcome by the numbers game. Jake Redondo covering his dad. Making sure that they can't put the boots to his father anymore. The Radiant One, Jason Redondo. It's been years since he's even stepped foot in the SoCal Pro ring.
Shady finally see something eye to eye. Since now, you see one thing. You want to kick my ass? Why don't you try to kick both of our asses at the anniversary show?
Somebody make it official.
You always want to talk crap, and you want to bring him up. Guess what? He's here now. So you two versus the Redondos at the anniversary show. You mess with the wrong man, you bitches! but the lottery ticket you don't have to scratch to know we're winners.
No scratching!
Somebody make it official. The anniversary show in April. Jason Redondo returns to team with the Radiant Sun, Jake Redondo, against Joey Lancaster, the Golden State champion, and Eddie ISLAS, the straight edge devil. When we return to Vista, California in April for the anniversary show. And that just goes to show that here in SoCal Pro Wrestling, you never know what you're going to see. Like I was mentioning earlier, it's been years since Jason Redondo has stepped foot in a
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time,
SoCal Pro
we're going
ring.
to take a brief intermission. Don't forget, we have brand new SoCal Pro sweatshirts for sale tonight. Please head on over to the San Diego Ghost.
We're going to take a short
Get
intermission.
Get some prizes. Get ready for an amazing show on March 29th as well. We'll see you all back here in just 10 minutes. Congratulations to our raffle winners. Thank you all so much for coming over and checking us out with the goals. Thank you very much. And thank you all for coming out here. No love lost. Let's say we keep things going with the following contest, which is for the SoCal Pro Tag Team Championship.
Buenas noches. Good evening, my beautiful people of Vista. Thank you all for being here and witness this amazing show brought to you by SoCal Pro. we go by the name of El Bambú and El Rey de Lucha. El Lucha. Ever since we won these tag team titles, we have defended all over, everywhere. From Tijuana, Mexico, to old San Diego, to Los Angeles, to Canada, to right here in Vista, everywhere. Because we want to be the best tag team. We want to be the best tag team, and to be so, we have to be the best. So, that's why we have the Lucha Kings Open Challenge for these SoCal Pro Tag Team titles. So any team, anybody who wants to challenge this, can come and shut up. Let's go.
And making his return to answer the challenge of the Lucha Kings, Motros Jungle. It's just a night of returns, a night of surprises here in SoCal Pro Wrestling.
Introducing first, the challengers, at a total combined weight of 540 pounds, Motros Jungle and Wicket. And their opponents from Tijuana, Mexico, at a total combined weight of 187 kilos, they are the hottest team in El Mundo and your SoCal Pro Tag Team Champions, El Rey, El Bambú, La Lucha!
The bell has sounded. Ladies and gentlemen, we are once again into our next contest. Welcome back for an amazing intermission. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Jasic here, joined, well, by nobody at the moment. We had an emergency, but I'm all by myself. Nevertheless, here to call the action, don't even need a partner, as Motros Jungle locking up with El Rey of the Lucha Kings. And if anybody is experienced in tag team wrestling outside of yours truly, it will be the Lucha Kings.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. The Lucha Kings have set the house on fire. They truly are the hottest tag team in El Mundo. Like they said, defending the SoCal Pro Tag Team Championships all over the world. Mexico, America, Canada. You name it, they've been there.
They have been virtually everywhere, defended against virtually everybody. However, Motros Jungle, a very sizable opponent. The man weighing himself 500 coconuts, apparently.
Coconuts, of course, the metric system.
Missing the line there, going for that back elbow. Not quite sure what got all of it, as El Rey hitting the ropes. Nice shoulder tackle to Motros Jungle. The Lucha Kings, absolutely astonishing here. Probably the most popular tag team in the history of SoCal Pro.
You know, it takes a lot to take the big cat down. But the Lucha Kings, if there was ever a challenger, a champion to do so, it would be the tag team of El Rey and Bamboo, the Lucha Kings.
El Bamboo on the outside, El Rey on the inside. The Lucha Kings looking to put an end to Motros Jungle. However, again, this man is a very sizable human being, incredibly strong, and don't let that girth fool you. This man is incredibly athletic and amazingly talented in that ring, as we are seeing right now, putting the big elbow down, but moving now, and another movement there. Both men at a standstill. SoCal Pro, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Vista.
And what a way to return. Every time the Lucha Kings defend their championship, they are, if not match of the night contenders, and now they've opened up a challenge to all of SoCal Pro.
Listen to this crowd, listen to the excitement for the Lucha Kings, the amazing excitement for the Lucha Kings.
And not just the Lucha Kings, but also Motros Jungle and Wicket are challengers for this evening.
I have not seen Wicket in the squared circle at SoCal Pro. Nonetheless, very impressed by this young man's agility and performance. Will that be enough to take over El Bamboo? Perhaps not, as we go there for another run up and another kip up by El Bamboo. Nice arm drag, followed up by one by Wicket. Sweep of the leg, one, not even a one. Sweep of the leg, cover again, not even a one. Both men back at a standstill. Ladies and gentlemen, SoCal Pro delivers like nobody else can. As Wicket making his presence known here. El Bamboo with a nice European uppercut, going for the line. Double down, beautiful enziguri by Wicket. This man of, however short stature, gets up very high, makes up for all of that. Nice tag into Motros Jungle. Honestly, I'm very surprised here by the team of Wicket and Motros Jungle not having a lot of tag team experience together, nonetheless pulling it off.
Well, they've got all the tools. Wicket's got that speed, that strength, but Motros Jungle has the size advantage, and this may be enough to topple the Lucha Kings.
Absolutely, 100% is the Lucha Kings maybe in a little bit of trouble here. You wouldn't expect that to see that here, but every other match, you see a lot of the dominance by the Lucha Kings, not so much during this match right now.
I don't think we've ever seen the Lucha Kings be slowed down like this. Motros Jungle really is using that size advantage to keep the match the speed that he wants.
Nice tag into El Rey. El Rey comes in. Again, that tag team prowess, that double team advantage. The Lucha Kings have all that experience. Nice high knee by El Rey, followed up by a big, beautiful lariat by El Bamboo. Knee to the face. Beautiful toy goes in by Bamboo.
Cannonball!
Goes in, up the cover, 1, 2, only a count of 2 as Motros Jungle kicks out.
Now that's the speed that we're so accustomed to seeing from the Lucha Kings, that rapid fire offense.
Our referee having even a difficult time trying to keep up with the amazing fast agility of these four performers. Big, beautiful bomb there. Goes down, tag into Wicket as El Rey is in a little bit of a pickle here. Nice neck breaker. Wicket follows along with knees.
Soaked in brine, definitely pickling, my dude.
Big, beautiful leg drop by Motros into the cover. Only a count of 2 here. Nonetheless, again, I will say that I am a little bit perplexed by the amount of abuse that the Lucha Kings are taking. It's a little surprising.
It's not just a little surprising, it's a lot surprising. The Lucha Kings are a dominant tag team, possibly one of the most dominant tag teams that we've ever had in SoCal Pro Wrestling, and certainly one of the more far-reaching.
Oh, look at this tag team move here. And he goes with a nice little cannonball doy. Pulls him out of the corner, into the cover now. 1, 2, only a count of 2. El Bamboo, El Rey, both with that amazing tag team prowess. And they're gonna have to work very swiftly to put these two away. Again, I think the amount of surprise that we have all encountered in this match is pretty shocking. Hang up by the ropes as Motros Jungle tags himself in, goes in for the double line, both subject to that super kick. Bamboo on Motros Jungle. El Rey on Wicket, perhaps suggesting the do-si-do. Into the buckle, onto the outside, goes Bamboo. El Rey looking in, now he's in no man's land. Unfortunately, he is all by himself in there.
Like you mentioned, this isn't something that the Lucha Kings are accustomed to. El Rey turned around and was looking for his partner because that's been vintage Lucha Kings for their past reign as SoCal Pro Tag Team Champions.
Perhaps, whoa, big, beautiful kick to the chin. Goes down Wicket. Shot there, met with another kick, into another kick, goes down Bamboo. Wicket charging in to El Rey, big, beautiful Mexican. The thing, what is that, the destroyer? Mexican destroyer, it's a thing.
Big driver by Motros Jungle.
I can't even keep up with what's going on. Double stomp onto the chest of Motros Jungle, goes Bamboo. Wicket following in with an elbow. Up and over goes Wicket. Big, beautiful cutter. All four men down, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable action here tonight in Vista.
And thank you so much for joining us here in Vista, SoCal Pro Wrestling, no love lost. This is why SoCal Pro Wrestling is the greatest wrestling in Southern California. Bodies strewn all over, rapid fire offense, never know what you're gonna see. Returns, legends, champions. We got everything at SoCal Pro.
All topped with a big 6-foot bird. Ladies and gentlemen, you will not see anybody do it quite like SoCal Pro. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight.
6-foot bird and a cat that weighs 500 coconuts, Andy.
As both men struggle to get back up to their feet, who's going to be the first ones to do it? That will make all the difference here in the later stages. Oh, both of the Lucha Kings go outside.
I think Wicket's gonna fly.
Wicket flying to the outside. No, onto the apron. Unbelievable!
Acai means dragon.
Big, beautiful moonsault to the outside. Down goes both of the Lucha Kings, and the Lucha Kings might even get dethroned here tonight. That would be very surprising. Unbelievable powerbomb to the count of 2. Just saved in the nick of time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you aren't following along here, the Lucha Kings are being tested like never before.
You mentioned that it would be surprising if the Lucha Kings did not come out the victors, but it would be surprising, but also it wouldn't be when you've got such a cohesive team with everything, all the entire package, like Motros Jungle and Wicket.
And again, it's hard to even keep up with the action. Bamboo to Motros. El Rey to Wicket. Nice cutter, followed up by another in stereo, into the cover. Here's a 1 and a 2. Almost had the double 3 count. Ladies and gentlemen, how much more could this team take?
And that's what's great about SoCal Pro Wrestling, bringing you all types of styles. This is indicative of that lucha style, those swings and momentum, and that fast-paced match style that we've been accustomed to seeing with the Lucha Kings.
100% the Lucha Kings showing up and showing out like no other team before them, maybe even no other team since. But what are we gonna see here? Missing the double line, double drop kicks. Out goes Motros and Wicket. This is no man's land. This is very dangerous for them as they are very comfortable, as are the Lucha Kings. Double plancha to the outside. This is match number 5, and I think all 5 matches we have seen people go to the outside. This is absolutely stunning. Once again, taking another look here, as you see to the further right is Bamboo, to the left is El Rey.
And we saw Wicket take to the skies before, and the Lucha Kings showing that they are no stranger to the altitude.
And it could be turbulence here as they both miss, unfortunately. El Rey perhaps hurting his leg in the process.
Not a mistake we're accustomed to seeing from the Lucha Kings. Usually that high-flying offense is so accurate. And what is this?
What is going on here? Wow! I have never seen that before. I have never seen this tag team get dominated like that before. And this crowd is actually getting behind even a little bit of Motros Jungle and Wicket.
1, 2.
Unbelievable.
After that move, what was that? A power bomb along with a power slam at the same time?
Just when you think it is over, all four men doing everything they can. That last drop of gas in the tank, and they scrape it all together to perhaps put a finishing touch here on this match. And the crazy thing is, it's anybody's game at this point, but out goes Motros Jungle. This will definitely unlevel the field as Wicket is all by himself in there.
Wicket's not gonna go down without a fight though, Andy.
Oh my gosh. Unfortunately, Wicket is in a very precarious position. That was saying that double team move before.
Big doomsday cutter.
And this could be the very end here as El Bamboo ascends and out to the outside.
1, 2, 3.
Unbelievable.
And still.
Here are your winners, and still SoCal Pro Tag Team Champions, the Lucha Kings!
One more time, seeing that big doomsday cutter and the big moonsault to the outside, bringing the Lucha Kings and still the SoCal Pro Tag Team Champions. Show of sportsmanship in the center of the ring. That's what Lucha, that's what SoCal Pro Wrestling is all about. No love lost here at SoCal Pro Wrestling, but boy do we and the entire SoCal Pro fan base love the Lucha Kings. Monster Man Dave Ridgeway, after making his debut in the SoCal Pro Rumble last year, already establishing himself as a fan favorite. And it's not hard to see why. He is an imposing and dominating figure in SoCal Pro Wrestling, and I think Gunjack may have his work cut out for him this evening.
Monster Man Dave Ridgeway, not only a phenomenal athlete, but as you said, he is incredibly respected here at SoCal Pro, has an amazing following base. Very intimidating is Monster Man. How do you suppose he gets that name?
Well, I think it has to do with the calculated approach that he, no, I think he's huge.
That's what it is, yes,
Yeah,
very good.
that-
That's
yeah.
what I was gonna say, yes. I just wanna make sure we had the same answer. When in doubt, it's C. The answer is C.
C, as in see the big man's boot coming to your face.
As might be the case with Gunjack here as he ties up with Monster Man Dave Ridgeway, and you're not gonna win the lockup. You're not gonna win in a collar and elbow with Dave Ridgeway. Dave Ridgeway, of course, already going against some very formidable opponents here at SoCal Pro.
Well, it's not just the size that's intimidating about Dave Ridgeway, it's also the training. He is a graduate of the Black and Brave Wrestling Academy, trained by Seth Rollins himself.
Seth Rollins as well has some incredible experience here in the SoCal scene. Might be a little bit before your time, but I remember when he was here. Not at SoCal Pro. He was here. Coming in with a tackle is Gunjack, only to be met with the floor, courtesy of Dave Ridgeway. Going in for that big crossbody, again not happening. What are we gonna see here? Into the big slam. Dave Ridgeway into the cover. All ready for a count of two, and you gotta figure if it's that early in a count of two, Gunjack is in a little bit of trouble.
In a little bit of trouble, but as you can see from his physique, Gunjack is no slouch whatsoever. It is not going to be easy for Monster Man to put him away, but it does look like it'll be easy for him to throw him over his head.
Throwing over his head is something that Dave Ridgeway does very well. And Dave Ridgeway, I think, isn't necessarily trying to be a fan favorite or somebody who breaks the rules. I think he's just somebody who comes in here and gets it done, which obviously gives him a tremendous amount of respect with the fans here in Vista.
Absolutely. Dave Ridgeway comes in, gets the job done. No frills, but all thrills.
I love it. A lot of sizzle met with a lot of steak is Dave Ridgeway. Gunjack, however, in a little bit more of an advantageous position with big boots to the solar plexus of Dave Ridgeway. European uppercut, follows him up, trying to incapacitate him as best as possible, even raking the eyes along the rope. As Gunjack, again, doesn't have a tremendous amount of experience here in SoCal Pro, but what we know of him, we know he's not necessarily shy of bending a rule or two while he's in that ring.
Bending a rule to the breaking point. Both these men made their debuts in SoCal Pro at the 2024 SoCal Pro Rumble in October, and both have taken very different paths to get here. Gunjack, as you mentioned, bending those rules, maybe breaking a couple. Monster Man, just kind of bending bodies all over the place, and maybe breaking a couple.
As his specialty is to absolutely dismantle and destroy his opponents. And again, this big man taking charge, taking advantage. Missing with that big boot though. Big roaring elbow comes in with Gunjack to Dave Ridgeway charging at him. Up and outside.
And we mentioned that size difference between Dave Ridgeway, Monster Man, and Gunjack. And Gunjack's going to need to compensate with that agility, with that smarts to combat the strength of Dave Ridgeway.
100%, it's got to be brains versus brawn. Not to say that Dave Ridgeway does not have the brains, but if there's one thing that Gunjack does not have over Dave Ridgeway, it is definitely the brawn. He is going to have to make that up in other areas. And I think he's very smart here, hitting the rope, knee to the face, doing what he can to chop the big man down. Smartly yanking on the knee.
And that's how you topple the tree. You attack the base. You attack what's rooting it to the ground. And that's what's gonna topple that great oak that is the Monster Man.
Only a count of 2. Ladies and gentlemen, still to come, our main event of the evening. It is the mighty Tortuga. The mighty Tortuga is in action, ladies and gentlemen. That is coming up next against the former side pony homie, as he was called, Fidel Bravo. Going in for the double knees is Gunjack, caught up by Dave Ridgeway into the corner. He's gonna make it pay for it now with big shots to the stomach, into the face.
I mentioned agility. Gunjack just a little too slow to capitalize with that move. And now he's caught in a precarious position once more.
Hung up on that top turnbuckle, met with a big lariat as the Monster Man is taking advantage, and this crowd can't get enough. Going in for the choke slam perhaps, up, barely escaping his Gunjack, throwing him off to the ropes, coming back in with an elbow, ducked by Dave Ridgeway, back into the choke slam, up and down he goes to that canvas.
Almost 8 feet from the sky to the canvas.
And that'll do it here.
Here is your winner, Monster Man, Dave Ridgeway.
One more time, almost 8 feet in the air. Gunjack and crashing down to the canvas, giving Monster Man Dave Ridgeway the W. And this is it, SoCal Pro fans. Thank you once again for joining us for SoCal Pro Wrestling No Love Lost here in Vista, California. For everyone tuning in on SoCal Wrestling TV, SoCal Pro YouTube. And make sure to tune in once again for April 5th, the SoCal Pro Anniversary Show. We're celebrating 18 years in the San Diego County.
That kid has been mean to me all night with his sign. Somebody boo that man! Boo that man!
Boo!
I challenge you to the anniversary show! Yeah, he'll kick my ass. That's it. It's been a while. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your main event of the evening!
Fidel Bravo, a man who challenged the SoCal Pro Heavyweight Champion Tortuga last month.
The following contest, which is scheduled for one fall, is for the SoCal Pro Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Guerrero, Mexico, weighing 180 pounds, Fidel El Bravo Bravo! And his opponent from Lake Elsinore, California, weighing 272 pounds, he is the SoCal Pro Heavyweight Champion, the mighty Tortuga!
Fidel Bravo already coming out the gate with intensity, even as the referee called for the bell, taking the boots to Tortuga.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is your main event of the evening, and it does not get a whole lot hotter than this with no love lost. Speaking of which, and this is what the entire program is named after, these two gentlemen who have a very familiarity with each other. They know exactly every move, and this whole connection that they had been severed long time ago, and as Fidel Bravo is looking to make his mark here finally after years of hard work at SoCal Pro.
Years of hard work at SoCal Pro, and that also means years of being in matches with Tortuga, like you mentioned. Last month we saw Tortuga face a friend. This time it's a long-time rival. Tortuga facing off with Fidel Bravo Bravo.
Yes, Fidel El Bravo Bravo, as he likes to call himself. I'm not entirely sure of the reference. Again, I'm not that familiar with Spanish. Nonetheless, the mighty Tortuga, a very formidable opponent. It's going to be interesting to see how Fidel Bravo tries to take charge of here. But Tortuga being sent to the outside, blocking that punch. Head goes in, Inseguri, as Fidel Bravo a little bit worse for wear. Tortuga again blocking that. Back in, up and over, very creative move. A big arm drag to Fidel Bravo.
That's something we've seen Tortuga bust out frequently here at SoCal Pro Wrestling, showing that not only is he one tough turtle, but he's one agile turtle.
Very agile indeed is the mighty Tortuga with a cover here. Count of two, only a count of two very early in the contest. I would imagine though, Tortuga not necessarily trying to finish his opponent, but he is trying to at least assert where his opponent is this early in the contest.
Fidel Bravo swung the momentum in his favor early on in the match, just as the referee called for the bell. Tortuga swinging it back. I have a feeling that's going to be a pendulum of momentum throughout the entire match, Andy.
100%. The pendulum will swing back and forth in this one, no doubt about it, as both of these men have an outstanding chance of coming out victorious here. But we have seen so far two title defenses here tonight. Neither title has changed hands. Could this be the magic number that no love lost? Mighty Tortuga now bringing back Fidel Bravo back into the ropes. Sending him off to the offside is Fidel Bravo hitting the ropes, hanging on. Mighty Tortuga charging in, met with a big back elbow for Fidel. Fidel going to throw him out, big reversal there. Out goes Fidel. And again, this is not an area you want to be with 300 pounds coming at you. Big drop kick, baseball slide. Down goes Fidel Bravo to the outside.
Tortuga chasing Fidel Bravo. We have seen Fidel Bravo go to the outside multiple occasions here at SoCal Pro, and it seems like Tortuga is beating him at his own game.
Speaking of which, there has not been one match here tonight that did not go to the outside, with the exception of perhaps Mathias and Dynamite Pegasus, which, by the way, must hold the record for the shortest match, oh my goodness, in SoCal Pro history.
Unfortunately, I think that was set last month by Mathias, but I think he's trying to fill up the entire podium.
I would imagine that
with times.
Mathias is absolutely trying to do everything he can to make short work of his opponents, which will be very contrary to the Tortuga and Fidel Bravo matchup here, as both men, it's gonna be very hard to figure out their moves. Like I said, both of them know each other so well, both of them very cunning, and will do anything to take home that title tonight.
And you hit the proverbial nail right on the head. They are going to do everything they can, and don't expect this match to end anytime soon, because, Andy, they are not going to give up. They are going to spend every drop of gas in the tank to try and get that title.
The crowd not very fond of Fidel Bravo, with good reason, as Fidel Bravo has, again, as somebody else who has turned his back on fans, not only here, this man has been up and down the scene for a very long time, at the very least, the better half, hold on now, count of two, only a count of two, the better half of 2 decades has Fidel Bravo been working around the Southern California area. Not only that, but going down to Mexico and our neighboring states here on the West Coast, as Fidel Bravo has made quite a name for himself, won many accolades, amazing titles. Is that enough to put the big man here tonight and end what was about a year-long reign from the mighty Tortuga?
Almost a year now. And you mentioned Fidel Bravo turning his back on the fans, but I've been watching Fidel Bravo's matches for about 8 years now, and implying that he turned his back meant that he was facing them to begin with.
Very good point, as we hit yet another 2 count by Fidel El Bravo Bravo. Fidel Bravo obviously wanted to come home with the victory here tonight, but I would imagine that it's not just about a title for him, it's literally about sticking it to the fans. He's never really gotten along with the audience, as you so mentioned. Although in his younger years, Fidel Bravo had some amazing fanfare in the northern Southern California territories, such as Empire Wrestling Federation. Did very well up there for himself as a young man. Now with the cover, only a count of 2. The mighty Tortuga, believe it or not, is actually the least experienced of the 2.
Least experience of the 2, but currently a champion in 2 different promotions. You saw him during his entrance have a second title over his shoulder. That is the Valor Pro United States title that Tortuga also currently holds.
Very little known facts about Tortuga, as he is a veteran of this country. We thank him so much for his service, as he has left it all on the battlefield, likewise leaving it all in the ring, is an absolute inspiration to all of our young and old SoCal Pro fans here tonight in Vista, to perhaps witness a historical, monumental match between the mighty Tortuga and his opponent, El Bravo Bravo.
And it's that drive, it's that passion that ingratiates him so much with the SoCal Pro fans. Our champion, Tortuga, he is one tough turtle.
Absolute amazing spike up Samoan drop. Down goes Fidel Bravo, and that should slow the pace down here enough to give the mighty Tortuga some chance to recover, recuperate, and perhaps put himself back in to holding on to the SoCal Pro Heavyweight Championship.
And that's the words you want to hear. Those are the 2 words you want to hear whenever you're holding that belt, is "and still."
Will we hear that again? Again, as the mighty Tortuga would like to think so. Would absolutely love to take home that belt, keep that championship. But unfortunately, this is the curse of a champion. You are a marked man. Everybody is out to get you. And especially challenging when people like Fidel Bravo are out to get you, as somebody incredibly so cunning. But up goes and down goes Fidel Bravo, as the mighty Tortuga's strength seems to be just a little bit too much for El Bravo to handle.
And it's a strength that sneaks up on you. Tortuga is so explosive with that power.
The mighty Tortuga sizing him up, going back in. Big old cannonball as the mighty Tortuga, and we're talking 272 pounds of him. Picking him up here, what are we gonna see?
I believe he calls this the Tortuga Bomb!
And bombs away he goes, count of two. Only count of two. As Fidel Bravo still in this contest.
And this is that no quit attitude that I mentioned, Andy. They are not going to give an inch. Neither competitor is going to give an inch when it comes to the SoCal Pro Heavyweight Champion.
Knee to the gut, big DDT, down goes Tortuga, down to the count of three. And Tortuga still in this contest. The crowd has actually gone quiet. We are all waiting in anticipation here to see what the outcome is. Both men, again, are probably striking the bottom of their gas tanks at this point, doing everything they can to hang in here.
As an example, you saw that cover from Fidel Bravo, not only pinning Tortuga's shoulders to the mat, but also hooking those legs, trying to do everything he can to keep the champion down.
And this, I wouldn't say that this is probably the best strategy by Fidel Bravo, trying to get Tortuga up in a suplex. Big boot met the chin of Tortuga. That was kind of nasty. You saw his jaw shift a little bit. And don't tell me, oh, no way. Absolutely not. Small package goes down, Fidel. Two.
Only a count of two.
Spanning back kick. Up goes Fidel, in trouble here. Big slam, down goes Fidel Bravo. If he covers in, this could be it. 1, 2. Only a count of two. What is Fidel Bravo? And what does he have left in him that encourages him to kick out at times like this?
He's got that decade of experience, like you mentioned. He's got that know-how that he knows everything Tortuga's about to do. You saw him almost attempt to slip out of that power bomb, and Tortuga still caught him. It is that cunning versus that power, and it's going to be interesting to see which comes out on top.
Speaking of top, as Tortuga ascends the top rope. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, the tiny turtles.
And got Tortuga right where the shell meets the road, unfortunately. And we have, for the first time in this contest, Tortuga is in a tremendous amount of trouble. Kick to the side of the head. Is Fidel Bravo gonna cover it up? Big strike to the knee. Turning over this monster of a man. 2. Only a count of 2 as Fidel Bravo can't even believe it. He can taste victory, it's in his grasp. Unfortunately, cannot seal his hands around it as the mighty Tortuga is doing everything he possibly can to stay in this contest.
And if you ask Fidel Bravo, I think he thinks victory tastes like turtle soup.
What is going on here? Fidel Bravo bringing in the championship. What is going on at this point?
And it's worth noting that if Fidel is disqualified, the championship cannot change hands. It can only change hands on pinfall or submission, not disqualification. And Fidel Bravo playing a bit of possum, shoving the United States, that Valor Pro United States title, into Tortuga's hands, and acting as if he was hit.
The referee is not falling for that. The referee's not falling for
Ref,
that.
turn your back!
Oh,
Ref, turn
no!
your back!
Oh no, what happened here? Down with the cover.
Dirty tactics.
No!
Fidel Bravo,
No!
Bravo! And that's it! Our new champion!
Here is your winner and new SoCal Pro Heavyweight Champion, Fidel El Bravo Bravo!
Underhanded tactics. underhanded tactics by Fidel. Bravo, bravo. The referee's back was turned.
Unbelievable. This is like I've never seen before. Fidel Bravo, he did it. He absolutely did it. That sneaky son of a gun did it.
But wait, the referee saw that chair.
Well, I saw it. Did you see it? Well, the referee, we're joined here by the referee.
Let's see one more time.
Here's a replay.
We've got that instant replay. You can see the chair.
The chair is down there. Yes, we see it too.
Reversing that, that's a disqualification. Fidel's disqualified.
And it appears.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has reversed his decision. Your winner, by way of disqualification, and still SoCal Pro Heavyweight Champion, the mighty Tortuga!
Fidel Bravo trying to use those underhanded tactics, but forgot to ditch the evidence, that smoking gun in the middle of the ring. Fidel Bravo, bravo.
Well, Fidel
Asking
Bravo
for a microphone.
Fidel Bravo now asking for the microphone. I had nothing to do with it. I had nothing to do with it.
All right. Everyone here saw what I just did.
Yeah, we saw. We saw.
Yeah, we saw you cheat to win.
Chair or not, if I was a champion, I would never let my shoulders be pinned 1, 2, 3. And you all saw that. No matter how it happened, Tortuga got pinned 1, 2, 3. Am I right? Am I wrong? So Tortuga, you know you can't beat me. Give me what I deserve. Give me the SoCal Pro Heavyweight Championship now.
Fidel Bravo demanding that championship. I would say that's crazy to even think he deserves it after what we just saw.
Well, I'll tell you what, you want what you deserve. The first time we ever faced off was for the Golden State Championship, and you cheated. Right here tonight, in front of all these people, you used this chair, and you cheated. Hey, I'm a fighting champion. I'll give you a shot at earning this championship. And I'll tell you what, the anniversary show, it's Fidel Bravo and the mighty Tortuga and a no-hold-barred match.
There it is, folks. You heard it here.
Get some.
And we'll see you back here for the anniversary show. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight.
Thank you so much. No love lost here in Vista, California with SoCal Pro Wrestling. We will see you again in April 5th we will see you April 5th at the Vista Boys and Girls Club. Thank you so much and good night, everybody.